Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon. I might be a little bit late for this movie, but it is the sadness. What is the sadness about? All I'm going to say is look at this comic book series called Crossed. Just look at it. Don't read it. Well, actually, you can read it. But I'm warning you, if you thought the sadness was crazy and almost too much, then you don't want to watch Crossed or read it. The sadness, what's about? It's a very simple premise, actually. We are in Taiwan, and there's a mysterious virus going around, and it is making people happy to do sadistic things. And like I said in my intro, Crossed, if you ever read this story, the movie is pretty messed up, but this is incest, rape, just skull fucking. It is, I'm going to try to do a quick page real quick if you can see what it's literally like people torturing each other, putting themselves on fire. It is, I'm trying to see, well, there's one really bad messed up one of like just incest and just rape and murder, grotesqueness. I mean, this is very, very messed up stuff. I think, what's this one? Oh, yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to read the story to you, but I'm talking about the movie as a whole. So, do I like this film? I thought it was pretty good, even though the weakest part is the dialogue. So, let's talk about the positives. The gore and the acting by one character. I think the male character does a pretty good job with what he's supposed to do through his evolution of figuring out what he's doing, figuring out how to save his girlfriend, and getting to the location. I think that story arc works extremely well. And then going there, you get the gore of biting people, skull fucking people, barbed wire, baseballs, knives, just unrealistic gore. There's one scene in the subway where someone gets bit on the neck, and it's literally a freaking fountain, like a chocolate fountain of gore that hits the ceiling. So yes, some of the gore is bombastic, unrealistic, but you know what? This is an unrealistic movie on that level. But the gore is pretty shocking and over the top. I didn't know it was based off Cross until the first 10 minutes. I'm like, something about this feels very familiar. Then, of course, after the movie, did research and realized it was heavily influenced by this. Let's just say, if they really wanted to go deep into the rabbit hole, this is almost like kids play compared to this. You don't believe me, but seriously, read Cross and you're going to be like, close the book and be like, I don't know if I want to read more. It is that fucked up. And that mind game shit is absolutely baffling. Let's see if I can find, like, there's another page. Like, look at this. It is ridiculous. I mean, people are skinning people alive. It is, what is this? What is this? So it is absolutely, it's mad lad stuff. So comparing it to this, you have to, and the gore works. However, what I didn't like is some of the dialogue as the main female character. So there's a scene in the subway where, and then just her being a dick to a lot of people. I just didn't understand that dialogue or what she was trying to do. She was getting mad at this guy that's like, oh, you almost tried to kill us. It's like, no, he didn't try to kill you. Like, she took over thing to like the umpth degree, and it didn't need to go to the umpth degree. So with her character arc, I was like, I don't know if it's believable, and just why is she just being kind of mean all of a sudden throughout this whole story arc. Also, the last thing I just didn't really like was the dialogue. I understand what they're trying to do with trying to, correlate it with the pandemic if you want to call it, of COVID-19, and saying, oh, people don't believe in doctors anymore, and, trust the government and everything like that. The problem is some of the dialogue is like people don't trust the doctors and, they hate politicians. Sure. But huge issue, some of the doctors are politically entwined with the politicians, if you want to put it that way, with, if they speak out against something, they're afraid they're going to be chastised and the medical community is going to disown them. It's happened already. It's on record where the doctors said stuff because they were afraid to be categorized in a separate category. And if you do go against saying this is what my study is, you get canceled. You get banned off YouTube. You get chastised from a lot of communities. Apparently, there's a French study saying people that smoke cigarettes, actually COVID was least likely to infect them. Where did that study go? So saying that people don't trust doctors anymore, yeah, you're going to trust your doctor, but when the doctor is in cahoots with other parts of organizations, especially like with Marvel Comics now, saying this Marvel comic is brought to you by Pfizer. That's not fucking normal. So it's just stuff like that where some of the dialogue was like really preachy on some levels. Like it didn't need it to be this preachy. Like I said, I know what they were trying to do, but some of it just felt forced. But overall, if you're looking for a bombastic, gory spectacle, this is for you 110%. And might be too gory. I don't know if the gore was too much. Like, yeah, there's some people getting their fingers chopped off, but it's not the gore. It's the sadistic personalities of what they're doing to some people, especially the barbed wire, especially the rape, the skull fucking. That stuff isn't shown on screen except some of it. That's where it gets grotesque in my opinion. Some of this gore, it's unrealistic. It doesn't bother me at all. But it's the latter where it's like, yeah, that's pretty messed up stuff. So the sadness will receive a 3.5 out of 5 with Futon. It goes at 70%. So see the critics' news scores gave this one. So you have critics a 91% with 44 of them. Audience score is 61% with over 100. Here's critic consensus. The sadness lives up to its title with a unstingingly grim and overall effective slice of dystopian horror. So I'm scrolling down. Just to see, a lot of people like it. I'm actually shocked it got a 91. Wait a minute. The sadness is a brutal satire of the Madrid ways that people fail each other in the middle of a crisis, which the subway scene is very good. People always on their phones and then, not paying attention to the surroundings. People with power refuse to help those without it, and toxic masculinity rages unfeathered. Of course, someone that looks like that talks about toxic masculinity. Oh, God. Nothing in this movie is toxic masculinity. Holy cow. What the fuck are we doing? I give up when shit. I give up. Give up. 61, 91, 70. Chase out with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Well, everything is Blue Futonatopia. You Blue Futonians think you're having a great day. And yeah, it was a good movie. I actually rented it on Vudu. Apparently it's on Shudder. I don't have Shudder, so that's why it took me a minute to watch this. But seriously, if you want to go deep down the rabbit hole of where the sadness comes in, let's see if I could give me 30 seconds. Maybe I could find something absolutely bonkers. Oh, whoa, what the fuck? I guess like some nudity there. There's a PP right there. So yeah, there's another thing. Now let's see if I can find the other one. There's one that just reminds me of something just sadistically messed up. But I don't remember what book it was. But yeah. And it's pretty racist. There's a lot of racist stuff in this movie as well, or in this book. Like, let's look at that one. There's no nudity, but they are saying some racist stuff. Yeah. Get your cock out of my ass and bring me his piss sack. Fuck yeah. That's what you're dealing with. Take your cock out of my ass. What the fuck?